Do you feel the vibes?
Hi there everybody, Dragon Slayer here, and today we'll be making another Scratch game called Snake. As you guessed, it's going to be involving a snake. So, I already got my snake head here, as you can see. But you can really make any type of snake head you want. I just got this from the internet because I really couldn't make the snake head. So I got my snake head here. So let's just already move on to the code. So when we go here, you can say when green flag clicked, set score to 0. So we should make a variable saying score. Now let's put that there. After we do that, say hide. So we should just put a hide block in. The reason we're going to hide this is because I want to put a tune in, and after the tune is finished playing, it will pop up and start roaming around. So that's the whole reason for that. After we do that, you can say go to x0. So go to 0 and y 111. I found this coordinate just by testing, but when we do this, it will hide, so I just wanted to show you. So let's just put it there. As you can see, it starts there. So the snake will start this way or this way. Any way you want it is really your option. Most of this here is your option, including how the snake head looks and everything to do with the snake body parts and so on. But this code, you could maybe change it, but just make sure it still relates to this. After you do that, stay clear, because we'll be using pens, and the pens, what they do is like they draw all over, and if you do not put this code in, then all the drawing will still be there, and then it will just be really messy. So remember to, if you're ever going to make a drawing game or whatever, always put a clear when green flag clicks so that it restarts. Then you should set instrument to 16, because as I told you, we're going to be playing a tune, and we are going to be using the vibraphone. After that, we should repeat 3 times because we want the tune to be played 3 times. So we'll put play note 64, play note 60 for 0.25 beats. After that, just take another one of those blocks and change this to 64. Play note 64 for 0.1 beat. Or 0.10 beats if you're going to be making it in hundreds. So after you're done with that, you can state for the snake head to show. So remember we said to hide, so now it's going to show. After that, set it to say pen down, meaning that it will start drawing now. And then say set pen color to. Now this is maybe a bit hard, but just try setting the color to that color. There, so you can use this image because we've been testing this and now it's hidden, but you could just do it. So as you just heard there, it was going saying that now you should be get ready because the snake is going to start. After that happens, we should say to set pen size to 12. So that's what usually I do, because we can just see here, and then just put in pointing direction -90. Like I was just saying, I just didn't complete what I was trying to say. The set pen size thing, it really just depends on the size of your snake head. So if you want your body of the snake to be a bit longer, then you should actually make this this number a bit bigger. So we won't know the actual size of this until we complete the whole code. So just right now keep it at 12, and then after we're done, we'll start fiddling with these numbers so that it's to our preference. So we say go -90, which is pointing left, so it points that way. So let's just see. It points this way, just as we wanted it. Now we say repeat until color touching, but first we should put an OR in. Color touching this. As I told you, the tongue is a very important part, because as you see here, I am trying to get the red from that tongue. And I'm saying is that if this tongue is touching the color itself, if it's touching itself, because if you see here, it's gonna make a pen color of this, so it's gonna, if that is touching that, then we can do it. So you do that, or if the tongue is touching the edge. So now, after we do that, we should just say move 4 steps and put that in, because I forgot to put that in. And then say move 4 steps, score by 1. So every 4 steps moved, we get 1 score. So about 1 point every millisecond. So you would get somewhere in the 300s usually, as you saw in my, actually you didn't see it, so I'll just show you in the end. Anyway, so we can change the score by 1 now. So let's just go into data and say change score by 1. So that's part of it done, and then we should just put an ending tune, so because this will keep on repeating and not allow this to happen until either you're touching yourself or you're touching the edge, which means you lose. So just we're making another tune, so just set this to 3, and then this time we're going to say play note 48. So it's 48. Wait there. Play note 48 for 0.25 beats. And play note 36 I guess you have to like just take that, because there's no actual number there. So say play note 36 for 0.1 beat. So now we're almost done, but just so that if you didn't realize it yet, we have the same type of tune here, except it's just on different pitches. Like this is 60 and 64, while this is 48 and 36. So after that, just say, put in a say, and then go into operators and choose join. You scored, so type it here, you scored. scored, I'm then going to variables and put in score here and then say, put that as a 5. So I hope you enjoyed this, but just before we leave, I just want to show you. Oh, I almost forgot. We have to actually be able to move the snake. So let's just put when green flag clicked forever. Actually, don't put a forever. Well, you could, so I just do it. So put 4 of these. No. So put this there. Then click duplicate and duplicate this twice. So now you have this. And then put in sensing if he pressed. So if the up arrow is pressed, pointing direction 0. So just go into motion and put in pointing direction 0. So now, every time we go up, it will look up. Now we can also put in the left arrow if the left arrow is pressed, if the right arrow is pressed, and if the down arrow is pressed. Just go back here. So here it's just the left arrow. So if the left arrow is pressed, point in direction -90. So we should just put -90 here. And then you should also say if, so you should say when right arrow pressed, then point in direction 90. So just put this block in, you don't have to change it. And then this is the down arrow, so just say point in direction 180. And as you just saw there, it started to draw the line, but after it touched the edge, the whole game stopped. So let's just see here. See, I can move down, left, right. And as you see there, the score is moving up like every millisecond. So you can create some wild designs, but remember, you cannot interlap. Like as you see here, if I collide with this, it says I scored that many points. But what if you say, the snake is too slow, I want it to be a bit quicker? Then just go into the place where it says move 4 steps and change it to maybe 6 steps. So the higher the steps, the quicker it moves. As you see here, much quicker. Here's a quick design you could do, but here's one. So yeah, you could try making a spiral. As you see there, I was trying to make the spiral, but I failed. So yeah, you could try that. But here's one thing to remember. If I go down, then right, then up, you cannot immediately go down because it looks as if, because the snake goes back into itself and it touches the color there. So that's why we don't want it to go like that. So just remember that when you're playing this game, so that you don't just lose a lot of points. Like you get a high score and then you accidentally do that, and so then you just lose that score. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys didn't realize, I have a different video editor, a video audio thing, so I hope the audio is better than the last video. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. So yeah, see you next time, and goodbye.